In this video, we're gonna be using the AquaPro vac to extract cloth seats. Now, let's get straight into it. What's going on? So glad you guys are here and welcome back to the Wilson Auto Detailing community. If you are a professional auto detailer who wants to become more successful and profitable in your business, or just a car enthusiast who wants to improve your detailing ability, then definitely consider hitting that big red subscribe button right below this video. So right now I am working on this, I think it's a Honda Civic, I can't remember exactly, and these are some older cloth seats that need to be steamed, chemically cleaned, and extracted. So I just want to kind of show you guys this before we kind of get into the meat of this video. There's a couple crumbs here and there. I've already pre-vacuumed them, but after doing the carpets, there's a few crumbs that kind of sprayed up, but not enough to really worry about at any sort of high capacity. You guys can see there's some staining, some discoloration where people's kind of knees hang over the seat, which is super normal. You get sweat, you get body oils, you get dirt here and there on these seats, and of course, eventually they just need to be extracted because it's just the nature of the beast. You need to pull that dirt out of them, and cloth seats in particular can be very difficult with things like that unless you have an extractor, because they tend to wick, and so unless you can literally pull it out of the seat, it does become difficult sometimes. So this isn't the best angle in the world, but I want you guys to be able to see kind of the car seat rather than seeing my face, so you guys can actually see what's going on. What I'm gonna do is treat the middle seat and then this far right seat first, and then I'll go to the far left seat. But what I'm gonna do first is obviously, like most of the time, treat this with super clean diluted 5:1. I'm gonna be pretty liberal with it because I am extracting this, so I'm not trying to be too concerned about the amount I'm using, and I wanna use enough to really get some good extraction. So because that's the purpose of this, that's why I'm doing that. So here we go with the super clean 5:1. Okay, so now that I've used the super clean 5:1, been pretty generous with it, I'm gonna go ahead and use my DeWalt power drill with my drill brush attachment. This is a soft drill brush attachment, so they come in varying kind of degrees of, I don't know, stiffness, I guess, with the nylon bristles. I'm using the softest one because with cloth seats, it's not that hard to tear them, and so I'm being extra precautious, and really I'm just trying to kind of work in the cleaner. I'm not trying to be super aggressive, so I'm gonna use the drill brush because it cuts my time in half and makes things way easier. Okay, so now that I'm finished with the drill brush, I'm gonna go ahead and take my steamer, and I've got my little circular head here attached because this specific circular head, as opposed to the triangular head that the VX5000 comes with, I use the triangular head for the carpets, I use the circle head for the seats for obvious reasons. I wanna separate cleaning those two things, and the brushes that I use, because the dirt that you get on cloth seats is not the same dirt that you get on carpet, and so I don't wanna bring the dirt from the carpet onto the cloth seat. It gets kind of counterproductive, and so that's why I've got this specific attachment on it. Now, for obvious reasons, I'm gonna steam this before I extract it. A lot of people say you need a hot water extractor, you need to spend thousands of dollars on it. The truth is, when you couple things like the steamer with the extractor, it works, I would even argue, better than a hot water extractor, because this gets so much hotter than a hot water extractor would. And as far as extractors go, with just regular extractors versus hot water extractors, you know, when you compare the results side by side, they're just not different enough, in my professional auto detailing opinion, to invest that kind of money when you have things like the VX5000 steamer or the McCulloch steamers on the market. So I'm gonna steam this to get it really, really hot. That way the stains kind of just start to extract and the dirt start to extract really, really easily. Now, after I've steamed it, and pretty intensely at that, my next step, and this is not something you have to do, it might be kind of an OCD thing, I like to take super clean 5:1 again and just lightly mist the cloth seats before I actually start extracting, so that the degreaser is sitting without, like, I just worked the degreaser in, I want new degreaser sitting on top of all that dirt that got stirred up, kind of so the dirt doesn't like start to almost dry back into the cloth seats. And so this way the degreaser kind of liquefies everything again and then keeps that dirt broken up, so that when I extract, I kind of get the best results possible. Can I prove that? Probably not, but once again, I just think it's a good idea. Now, many of you guys know that the AquaPro carpet extractor, the AquaPro vac, is new to me. I used to use the Rug Doctor portable spot cleaner, and I have officially switched to this extractor. It's at a price point of about $400. If you want to see a video where I go into much more detail about this extractor, check out the YouTube card that I'm linking up in the video right now. It should appear in one of the corners. Now, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is turn on the extractor and show you guys in slow motion and in fast motion at different points the way this extractor works, and just let you guys kind of just see live action how it extracts extracts on cloth seats. Okay guys, so just extracted this back right seat, back middle seat. You guys can see obviously it's very clear that it's been cleaned and extracted. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is go ahead and do this seat over here. I'd like to compare it beforehand just so you guys can see a little bit of the before and after. Sometimes it's difficult to pick up that kind of stuff in the camera, but you guys can see we've got stains in this one that hasn't been done. It's difficult because of the lighting. I'm gonna try to get it right here. You guys can see these tiny little, I don't know, discolorations. I hope it picks it up in the camera. So you guys can see going from this seat right here, you guys can see, I don't know if it's really obvious in the camera. It gets very obvious in person. These darker colored kind of blues, especially in this specific material of cloth seat. It's like the dirt kind of sits on the surface, so it's not that hard to clean up, but you can start to see it. And then you come over here to this clean side, and you guys can see it's just totally blue. There's no like brown, tiny little brown film like it is over here. And so, of course, that is because we literally sucked all of that up into the extractor. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish these back seats. I've already done the front two, and then we're gonna go ahead and just look at the entire finished result and talk about the AquaPro vac a little bit more. All right guys, so totally done with all the seats. So I just wanna kind of pan up and down all of them. This is the passenger side seat. I know I didn't give you guys a full before and after, but you guys can kind of get a good idea. We'll go to the back seat now, and you guys can see this back seat. The light has to kind of focus on the camera, but you guys can see all of them chemically cleaned, steamed, and extracted. And then actually I wiped them all down with a microfiber towel. Now, actually, it doesn't really seem like that big of a detail, but to wipe them all down with a microfiber towel is actually very important, just because a lot of times with these extractors, no matter what kind you use, it kind of doesn't get every bit of the water up, because that's not the job of the extractor. The job of the extractor is not to make the seat completely dry, it's to extract. And so what I want to do is make the seat as dry as possible, so that rather than me just leaving it as it is after extracting it, sometimes when you put water on a seat like this and just leave it, even though you've pulled a lot of it up, whether you're using the AquaPro vac, you're using a Mighty extractor, you're using the Rug Doctor, whatever you're using, sometimes it gives it kind of a more tendency to wick, rather than when you actually mop it up with a microfiber towel, kind of spreads that around, absorbs a lot of it, and so rather than it kind of starting to wick, it actually just kind of gives a very uniform appearance after it's totally dry. And so that's why I always make sure to wipe it down with a microfiber towel after that. So guys, I'm loving the AquaPro vac. Once again, there's a YouTube link in the description box below to another review video where I do carpets and kind of break this machine down a little bit more. I do want to kind of exaggerate in this video. So many people think they have to get the best extractor, the most expensive extractor, to get actually a good job done. And the truth is, if you ask me in my professional auto detailing world, doing this after 7 years, when you can couple a tool like this with the right products and the right other tools like a steamer, you have absolutely no need for anything more than this extractor, which only costs $400 and gives amazing results, and at a relative price, $400 compared to so many other extractors is basically like a drop in the bucket. I mean, it's like nothing because they're so expensive. And so if you ask me, there's just absolutely no need to go over an extractor like this. There's no need to get one that's more intense. Not to mention this is extremely portable, so it doesn't take up a bunch of space. But of course, that's just my opinion. So especially for those of you who are beginning in the detailing world, who are kind of trying to upgrade your services and you want to start getting into the extracting, carpeting, cloth seat world, this is an amazing place to kind of invest your money and just get your feet on the ground. And honestly, once again, I don't even see a need to get anything more than this, so this could be the start and the end of your extracting purchases. So if you guys want to get your hands on this machine, I'm going to hook up a link below. If you use my links to get any of the tools or products used in this video, I'll hook up the steamer and the super clean as well. It does give this channel a very small commission, but it helps this channel stay alive so I can continue to give out awesome content just like this all the time. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button, and if you have any questions, comments, concerns, hook up all that stuff in the YouTube comments below, because I always read those and I'm sure to get back to you guys as fast as I can. And if you are new to the Wilson Auto Detailing community, then definitely consider subscribing, because I come out with videos all the time just like this on products, tools, strategies, communication skills, business skills, and so much more, all in an effort to help the pro detailers become more successful and profitable in their businesses. And on this channel, I share the same strategies that turn my business into a full-time income with part-time hours. So if that interests you, definitely consider subscribing. Once again, thank you guys so much for being involved here. And as always, from Luke here at Wilson Auto Detailing, keep working hard, and I'll see you guys in the next video.